Understanding digital money. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrencies are a new form of digital money. They exist only in computers and on the internet. Unlike the dollars or euros you might carry in your wallet, you cannot physically touch cryptocurrencies. They are purely electronic. This means they are made of code, a collection of numbers and letters. This code represents value. People can send and receive this digital money across the globe without needing traditional banks. This new system offers a different way to think about financial transactions and ownership. It is a fundamental shift from how money has worked for centuries, moving from physical objects to entirely digital representations that are secured by cryptography. The digital nature allows for unique properties and functionalities. The fact that cryptocurrencies have no physical form is a core characteristic. You won't find a Bitcoin coin minted by a government, nor a paper Ethereum note. Instead, these currencies are entries in a global shared database called a blockchain. Because they are digital, they can be easily divided into very small pieces. For example, one Bitcoin can be split into 100 million smaller units. These tiny units are called satoshis, named after Bitcoin's mysterious creator. This divisibility makes cryptocurrencies useful for micropayments. It allows for transactions of very small value, which can be impractical with traditional money systems due to fees or limitations. This granular control over units is a distinct advantage of their digital existence. To use cryptocurrencies, you need a special kind of digital wallet. This isn't like a leather wallet for your pocket. A cryptocurrency wallet is a software program or a hardware device. It stores your secret keys. These keys are what give you access to your digital money and allow you to spend it. Importantly, when you create most types of cryptocurrency wallets, you usually do not need to provide personal information like your name or address. Your identity is not directly tied to your wallet address in the same way a bank account is tied to you. This offers a degree of privacy, though transactions themselves are often public. Holding your cryptocurrency in your own personal wallet is known as self-custody. This is a very important concept in the world of digital currencies. It means you have direct and total control over your funds. No bank or central authority can freeze your account or block your transactions if you control your own keys. However, this power comes with great responsibility. If you lose the recovery phrase for your wallet, which is like a master password, you could lose access to your funds forever. There is often no central support to call to get your money back. Understanding self-custody is crucial for anyone serious about using or investing in cryptocurrencies. The backbone of crypto blockchain and decentralization. Cryptocurrency transactions are not recorded in a hidden bank ledger. Instead, they are recorded on a public ledger. This public ledger is known as a blockchain. Imagine it as a giant shared digital spreadsheet that everyone can see. Every time someone sends or receives cryptocurrency, that transaction is added as a new block of information to this chain of previous transactions. Because it is public, anyone can look at the transactions using a tool called a blockchain explorer. They can see which addresses sent and received funds and how much, though the real-world identities behind these addresses are generally not public. This transparency is a key feature. This system is decentralized. This means it is not controlled by a single company, government, or bank. Instead, the blockchain is maintained by a network of many computers all around the world. These computers, often called nodes or miners, work together to process and validate transactions. As an incentive for doing this work and securing the network, these participants often earn small amounts of cryptocurrency. This distributed nature means there is no single point of failure. If one computer goes offline, the network continues to operate. This contrasts sharply with centralized financial systems, where if a central server fails, the entire system can go down. The security of a blockchain comes from this decentralization and cryptographic techniques. To corrupt a large established blockchain network like Bitcoin's, an attacker would need an enormous amount of computing power. They would have to control more than half of all the computers connected to the network. For major cryptocurrencies, this network consists of millions of computers, making such an attack practically impossible and incredibly expensive. This robust security model is one of the main reasons people trust these networks with significant value. Newer or smaller cryptocurrency networks with fewer participating computers might be more vulnerable to such attacks because it is easier to gain control of a majority of their processing power. Decentralization also means resistance to censorship. Because no single entity controls the network, it is very difficult for any authority to block specific transactions or shut down the entire system. If someone wants to send cryptocurrency and they have the correct private keys, the transaction will generally be processed by the network. This is a powerful feature, especially in parts of the world where financial access might be restricted or controlled. The computers in the network follow the rules of the software protocol, not the orders of a central administrator. This creates a more open and permissionless financial system for users globally, offering an alternative to traditional financial infrastructure. A spectrum of digital assets, coins, tokens, and beyond. Not all cryptocurrencies are created equal. There are different types, broadly categorized as coins and tokens. Coins, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, have their own independent blockchains. Building a new coin from the ground up is a complex and resource-intensive process. It requires significant development effort to ensure the blockchain is secure, reliable, and functions as intended. Because of this difficulty, there are relatively few true coins, perhaps a few dozen that are widely recognized and used. Each of these coins operates on its own unique distributed ledger, with its own set of rules and consensus mechanisms that govern its operation and security. Tokens, on the other hand, are much easier to create. There are tens of thousands, possibly even hundreds of thousands of different tokens in existence. Unlike coins, tokens do not have their own blockchains. Instead, they are built on top of existing blockchain platforms, with Ethereum being one of the most popular platforms for token creation. Think of it like building an app that runs on an operating system like Windows or Android. Tokens are like applications that run on a host blockchain. This makes launching a new token relatively quick, sometimes possible in mere minutes, using standardized templates and tools, which has led to a vast and diverse ecosystem of tokenized assets. Within the category of tokens, there are many specialized types. One prominent example is non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. An NFT is a unique digital certificate of ownership. It represents that you own a specific item, which is often digital art, collectibles, or in-game items. However, the potential applications for NFTs extend far beyond digital art, including things like real estate deeds, event tickets, or intellectual property rights. Their non-fungible nature means each token is unique and cannot be replaced with another identical token, unlike traditional currency where $1 is interchangeable with any other dollar. This uniqueness is what gives them their specific value. Another important type of token is the stablecoin. Stablecoins are designed to have a stable value, unlike most other cryptocurrencies, which can be very volatile. They achieve this stability by pegging their value to another asset, most commonly a fiat currency like the US dollar. For example, USD coin, USDC, is a stable coin where each token is intended to be redeemable for $1. USDC is issued by Circle, a company regulated in the US, and they state it is fully backed by US dollars held in reserve and undergoes regular audits. Another example is Pax Gold, PXG, where each token is backed by 1 troy ounce of physical gold stored in secure vaults. These provide a bridge between traditional finance and the crypto world. Navigating the crypto waters, security, volatility, and investment insights. While the technology behind established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is very secure due to its decentralized design, the broader crypto space is not without risks. It is crucial to understand that not all cryptocurrency projects are legitimate or secure. Scammers often create new coins or tokens with sophisticated marketing. They try to attract uninformed investors with promises of quick riches, only to disappear with the invested funds. It is essential to do thorough research before investing in any cryptocurrency. Furthermore, while the blockchains themselves are hard to hack, services built around crypto, such as exchanges or third-party wallet providers, can be easier targets for hackers if their security is weak. Given these security considerations, self-custody of your crypto assets is highly recommended, especially for significant amounts. This means holding your cryptocurrency in a personal wallet where you control the private keys rather than leaving it on an exchange. Hardware wallets, which are small physical devices that store your private keys offline, are widely considered one of the most secure methods for self-custody. They protect your keys from online threats like malware or phishing attacks. While exchanges offer convenience, they represent a single point of failure and can be targets for theft or regulatory action, potentially leading to loss of access to your funds. Responsibility for security ultimately lies with the individual user when practicing self-custody. Cryptocurrencies are famous for their price volatility. This means their prices can go up or down very dramatically in short periods, sometimes even by 50% or more in a single day. Several factors influence the value of a cryptocurrency. Trust in the technology and its underlying principles is one factor. Scarcity also plays a role. Many cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, have a limited maximum supply, which can drive up value if demand increases. The Bitcoin network, for instance, undergoes a halving event approximately every 4 years, where the rate of new coin creation is cut in half. This reduction in new supply, assuming demand remains constant or grows, tends to put upward pressure on the price. Demand and adoption are also key drivers of value. As more people become aware of cryptocurrencies and start using them, or as investors see them as a hedge against inflation or an alternative investment, demand can rise. The utility of a cryptocurrency also contributes to its value. Ethereum's currency, ETH, for example, is needed to pay for transaction fees known as gas. When using decentralized applications, dApps, creating NFTs or participating in decentralized finance, DeFi protocols built on its network. Investing in cryptocurrencies is highly risky. You should only invest money that you can afford to lose. The market is still relatively new and can fluctuate wildly based on news, sentiment and regulatory developments. Market capitalization, calculated by multiplying the current price by the circulating supply, is a common metric but can be misleading. High potential rewards often come with correspondingly high risks.